To me, well-being is a very multidimensional concept that incorporates many different factors relating to the body, mind, and spirit. I believe that well-being ensures that one is not only physically healthy, but it also incorporates the emotional and mental levels to ensure that the individual is happy, feels connected, and complete in control of their emotions. I believe that culture and upbringing in general play a very important role in the way that well-being is interpreted, as many different cultures incorporate different social and community practices into their everyday norms. I agree with the Ontario Ministry of Education that well-being incorporates the 4 interconnected elements that are essential to youth development. These include cognitive, emotional, social, and physical. Every individual will prioritize elements of well-being differently, but I personally do not feel that one element is more important than the other. I believe that we need all of them equally to effectively incorporate well-being into early childhood education. Well-being in early childhood is the foundation for a healthy, positive, and prosperous life. As an autobiographical analysis of my personal experience with formal education, I feel that it did play a significant impact on the way that wellness is incorporated into my life. In my elementary and early childhood education, I had some very good teachers that did not necessarily focus so much on just the curriculum, but they also taught us to directly engage with the environment around us. This was a traditional public school that I attended, and it was very curriculum-based. An example of this practice of engaging with the environment was when we were learning about nature and different types of leaves. So as a class, we went outside and collected different leaves that had fallen from different trees. We then came back into the classroom and created a craft with the leaves to bring this nature element into the classroom. As Miller quotes, "Help the person feel part of the wholeness of the universe, and learning will naturally be enchanted and inviting. There is no one best way to accomplish this goal. There are many paths of learning, and a holistic educator values them all." I feel that this quotation is very important to me, as it summarizes how my grade 1 teacher approached teaching and education. She did not base the education on the curriculum, and that just because one person learns in one way, that everyone else does too, because that's not true. She took the time to spend with each and every student and met our individualized learning needs. This teacher also fostered collaboration with one another in the classroom rather than competition, and this helped us feel connected. In my high school education, I feel that most teachers tried to push memorization of facts and learning by textbook interaction as their primary basis for teaching. I found that this way of teaching hindered my love for learning and had me questioning my ability to learn like everyone else. I feel that the intention of the high school curriculum was to mold us into future workers, and not to cultivate the moral, emotional, physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of the developing human being and their wellness. In my last years of high school, I had a very positive experience with my Latin teacher, and as a result, she inspired me to follow my dream and become a nurse. This teacher brought out certain characteristics in me as she accommodated differences and did not label us. She treated all of us with respect and listened to what each and every one of us had to say. This teacher taught me determination, self-confidence, and how to be a well-rounded individual. In this class, I realized how much I wanted to pursue nursing, a career that involves helping, healing, and teaching. Although I wish that my high school experience had been more holistic-based and was more responsive to the diverse learning needs of students, I am very thankful that I was able to have such an eye-opening experience and that my final year set me in the right direction for post-secondary education. After having a somewhat bumpy high school educational experience, I was very hesitant as to how I would succeed in post-secondary education. Despite the hesitation, I was determined to be successful. Since high school, I have completed my registered practical nursing diploma and am currently completing my registered nursing degree. I have had a very positive learning experience in post-secondary that has fostered my growth as a person, been very supportive, and overall an experience that has promoted my well-being as an adult, a parent, and a nurse. After my experience, both good and the bad, with formal education, I would like to promote and encourage holistic learning and well-being as much as I possibly can with my own children and my parenting methods. I currently have a 16-month-old that I have already started to implement this type of learning environment with. I have done this by being happy, by smiling and teaching him to be a good person, by allowing him to see and experience our own emotions and having them reflect back through him. We allow him to explore, and we encourage environmental interaction as much as possible to allow him to develop and learn as a whole person. I would like to continue this practice with him, as well as with my daughter that's due in March, as I believe that the best learning starts at home at a very young age. If infants and toddlers have a positive and encouraging learning environment right from the beginning, they are more likely to have a better experience that promotes wellness through formal education in a school system.